and I don't know this case, this is the first time I've ever heard about it. In this, where this Chow had his gas station, was there a lot of crime committed by this age group?
I don't know, Beeman. You know that? I know Beeman said he had shot his gun before 2 different times.
I looked up his gas station's Instagram. It said, "Don't fuck around with Mr. Chow or you will find out." That's what he said on his Instagram.
He didn't say that.
Did you look up his business's website? No, I did. He's got an Instagram, Google page reviews, and it says, "Don't fuck with Mr. Chow. Fuck around and find out."
You're such a liar, John.
I'm not a liar. I am helping. I'm doing my part to stop structural racism today by bringing facts.
I didn't think it, I never knew it to be like a ghetto bad place.
Do you know, it's weird. We had a case here in Nevada. I actually know the people that were involved that owned a pawn shop, and they were Asian, and their son was working in the pawn shop. It's so similar, the facts. And a kid came in and, was trying to, and brandishing a gun, and they shot him. And obviously, pawn shop, they have tons of guns there that they sell, but they also, because of the nature of that kind of business and who comes in, they shot and killed the guy, and there was a big trial. They were acquitted. It's so similar, the facts. Not the water bottles or anything, but the parties are similar. And I think the person they shot was a juvenile. I have to find that case.
Can you help me? Because you're saying the mistake of fact. So in the case of Andy and Cyrus and Rick, I can give you just a quick breakdown, and then I'm curious if you could identify, because I think there's like 2 different parts where you might identify. I don't know. I want to know what you think. So the scenario goes, the kid walks into the store. The store is owned by Rick, Alice, and their 23-year-old son, Andy. Okay, Rick and Andy are up front by the register. Alice walks around and watches everybody. So as soon as the kid walks in, Alice approaches him and says, "Hey, leave your book bag up front." He says, "Okay." He takes his book bag off, puts it up, leaves it up at the front. He goes in the back. He goes to the water containers. He opens the cooler. You see him take out 4 bottles of water. He's sitting there. He's like moving around for a minute, and then he puts 4 back. 1, 2, 3, 4. But you don't know if maybe it was 3 or 4. You aren't sure, but you saw him take out water bottles. Okay, the 4 count, and before and after, that was a post-fact finding, which I shouldn't have mentioned at this point. So anyway, he goes back, he opens it up, he's taking water bottles out, he puts them back. Now he comes up front without any water, and he goes to pick up his bag. And then Alice says, "Hey, hold on, what do you got in your pocket?" And then he says, "I don't have anything in my pocket." And she says, "Yeah, what's right there in your pocket?" And so then he takes his hoodie, because his hoodie with the big pocket up front, and he puts his hands in his hoodie, and he shakes his hoodie, and he's like, "I don't have anything in my pockets." And he's like shaking his shirt out, right? And so then she's just like, okay. And so then he walks out he takes his book bag, puts his book bag on, and he just walks out of the store. But Andy, when he heard his mom say that, he had looked over and he saw that there was something heavy in his shirt. So then Andy ran after him, ran across the store, ran out, and Rick, the father, ran right behind Andy, just a couple feet. As soon as Andy gets outside, the kid is at the corner. He opens the door. He takes a right. It's a little short distance. He goes to the corner of the building. He turns the building. Okay. Andy and Rick come out, run out, and then it pans over to the parking lot, and you see the parking lot video footage, and you see the kid starting to walk, and then he turns back, and all of a sudden he starts running, sprinting, and right behind him, sprinting right after him, are Andy and Rick, sprinting right after him, right behind him, across the parking lot, out into the street, okay, up into the street. So then this is the part where we don't know what happened. So it's there's assumption, whatever. The story, if we're gonna say what Andy says, Andy and Rick say Andy got there first, so the kid fell. Andy was right on top of him. He saw the kid pick up a gun, point the gun at Andy. Andy threw up his hands and started to back away and said, "He's got a gun, he's got a gun," to his dad. His dad then pulls his gun out and shoots the kid. So, now, where would be the mistake of fact? It turns out that he didn't steal any water. Once they go back and they look at the 25 different footed angles that they had in the store, he took out 4 bottles and then he put all 4 back. Okay? And so he didn't have anything on him. He dropped his phone. He ran out of his shoe. He lost his shoe during the chase. He was chased. He was chased. He did have a gun next to him when they got his body. Got to his body. Okay. So what would the mistake of fact be? Would it be that they thought that he had stolen something and that justified them chasing him and justified their use of self-defense? Or was the mistake of fact that he thought that the kid Cyrus was going to shoot his son?
Okay, so first of all, there's a lot of stuff there. You have, if the son was let's say the son was the initial aggressor of by chasing him, the son retreated. There's law with respect to, I think I'm using the right term, retreating, where the son, by holding up his hands, he backed off from the altercation. That's an important factor also. The son made a determination that whatever aggression was happening, by putting up his hands, he moved, he de-escalated it. I don't think the water bottles are really the significant part of this. I mean, because even if they had reason to chase him, again, the chase stopped when the son put his hands up in the air. But if they had reason to, if the father, and I mean that little fact that you don't know whether all of a sudden he has a gun, and the gun was such that it was, noticeable or showing in the hoodie, or that was what was sticking out of the hoodie, or they had reason to believe that. That's then. I'm not sure where the mistake is. What I'm saying is I don't think that's part of the defense. I think that wasn't a mistake. If they had a reason to believe that they were about to be shot and there was a threat, and it was an imminent threat, and then they hit the reasonableness standard. Like, mistake of fact doesn't really come in. The motivation for chasing, maybe there's a mistake of fact if he didn't steal anything, but he retreated from the aggression by putting his hands up in the air, and he stopped the aggression. And then if the gun was brandished at that point, or the father had, at a reasonableness of threat, then I don't. That doesn't come into play. You follow what I'm saying?
Okay, so let me ask you this then. So
if I'm hearing all your facts straight.
Yeah, so if Andy the son is aggressing the kid, okay, or the suspect, and the suspect turns around and he pulls out a gun, right? He doesn't chase Andy. He doesn't shoot at Andy. He just pulls out a gun because he can't run anymore. He lost his shoe. His foot hurts, right? He's running on rocks. God knows what else. And he doesn't want
other thing, when did when I said the retreat, when did the de-escalation occur? When did the kid hold his hands up? He held his hands up in the air when he saw the gun?
Immediately, he says that as he fell, and then he was right on top of him, and he claims that he took the gun and pointed it at him.
And then the son de-escalated by putting his hands up in the air
and stepping back, and the kid proceeded to get up, right, and he was shot in the lower back. He was shot in his back.
So they had threat that they were going to be shot. I mean, I can see why you got acquitted on this. I mean, you don't see it, but I see it.
So you're saying
But
that
the mistake of fact is only really dealing with why the chase happened, and and it would be a defense if that was coming into play, but it's irrelevant. I mean, not irrelevant, but it shows some of the intent to go after him, and it was a reasonable mistake of fact, and especially if something was bulging out of him. They were chasing him. I mean, maybe they didn't know if he stole anything else either. But it sounds like the son de-escalated it.
So
At some point.
I just want to be certain that I heard you right. So the person who fell, Cyrus, he does not have the right to defend himself.
Not with a gun. Not with a gun. Not even close. He wasn't. What were they pointing a gun at? Wait, let me just understand this because this part you didn't tell me. Did they have a gun that they were pointing at him when he fell?
Well, that's
a big factor here.
well, I'll tell you.
Does anyone know that?
Well, I'll tell you what I've gotten from the trial. So what I got from the trial is Andy says that
No, but I'm talking about Kazi. Kazi's that type of guy that he'd be like, yeah, I'm on a private jet, and then if you walk back 10 feet or you just turn around and you'd be like, we're actually in a warehouse. Like, he's not even in that jet right now. Yeah, but I'm not also a couple of stuff that's going to be like, oh, I have to be sensitive about what I'm going to say, and I have to just choose the right words. I'm in my own state. I'm from a different generation. I'm not with this fucking whole shit. For me, it was in the 80s.
Yeah.
Rappers were actually singing about positive shit. Singing off the streets. Yeah, that's scary. Later. White noise shit all night long.
I don't like what you're saying about Kazi because I gave him $1 million and he turned it into 100 million. He's the greatest financial advisor
Oh, it's Donald Trump now.
anyone could ever hope to ask for. And you're right. Sometimes he does get confused whether he's on a private jet or in an empty warehouse trying to sleep for the night. It gets stressful at times when you're
Yeah, but they
at that
take
level of the game.
the fuselage of the jet, and they cut the section of the fuselage out and put it in a fucking warehouse. And then if you zoom in, it looks like you're on a jet, but in reality, you're in a fucking warehouse, and you're paying somebody $300 an hour to go in and fucking do videos.
Well, I can't spend another night listening to Bima litigate a trial of a shop clerk who stopped a robber who tried to kill him. Bima is so far gone, and I think it's probably because she doesn't go to the
Well,
gym.
I had this conversation with my dad. The guy who ran the gas station.
Chicky, his name was Chicky Chow. Chicky Chow.
Yeah, he has shot at 6 people in the last couple years.
Oh,
Like,
well, shit, man. It's not easy running a fucking business where people come and loot you every day.
no, I get that. But there is also people that are like, like those two fucking rednecks that chased down that fucking black guy. The black guy that was just out fucking jogging and shit, and he just stopped in front of a construction house and then was like looking at it and then just fucking went back to his daily jog and then was chased down by the father and son who shot him with a shotgun.
Mm-hmm.
Like, those guys were looking for shit,
Well, this is the problem
I think
with.
it was stupid to chase him off the property for 4 bottles of water. If you want to chase him out in the parking lot, grab him. That's one thing. It's another to fucking chase him
Listen,
down the block.
you don't come to Chicky Chow's convenience shop and take 4 bottles of water, stick them in your bag, put them back, play games, mouth off, walk out. Like, you fuck around with Chicky Chow, you're gonna find out. Don't fuck with me.
Yeah, don't fuck with the Koreans and the
Please.
Chinese.
Don't come to my store and cause me stress. I can't even pay my taxes. This is Chicky Chow.
Well, check this out. Bima ran through this because I wasn't familiar with it. And I was like, Bima, can you all just fucking tell me the story? And they went through the story, and I thought that they said that the dad ran up, or the son ran up and grabbed him, and he did not have a gun, but the son yelled to the father that he had a gun, and then the father shot him, even though he didn't have a gun. And I was like, yeah, that's wrong.
No, I think he did have a gun. He did have a gun.
Yeah, I know. That's what ended up happening. So I ended up getting more clarification, and they're like, no, he did have a gun, and he pulled the gun out, pointed it at them. And I'm like, oh, then he's justified. 110%. Like, yeah, if they thought that he was robbing them and they fucking chased him down the street, that doesn't give the right to the fucking guy to point a gun. Like, maybe if the guy's pointing a gun saying, I have a gun and I'm going to shoot you, then maybe the black kid would be justified in pulling a gun. But even then, he has an illegal fucking firearm. And the only reason Rittenhouse wasn't fucking charged was because he brought a rifle across state lines, and because of his age, he was like 17 or whatever, 16, is that in that state, you were allowed to transfer firearms across state lines for hunting purposes and also self-defense as a fucking underage minor.
Do you remember when Kyle Rittenhouse cried on the stand and he was like crying like a retard? Yeah. And do you also remember the judge, how like daffy crazy the judge was at the end of the whole thing? Because he was like happy that he could like exercise the Second Amendment call. It was beautiful, actually. It was great because that's like what America's all about.
Yeah, I don't think Rittenhouse went there with the intent to fucking kill anybody.
They tried to kill him. They fucking tried to smash his head open with a goddamn fucking skateboard.
He went with the intent to bring the rifle to discourage, violent riots and shit.
Does it matter? Do you go somewhere without your cell phone? No. In America today, you go with your A6, your A16 and A4. I mean, you go ready. You go with your cell phone and you go with your firearm to protect yourself.
Because they'll murder you.
Yeah, which they tried to do.
That
That was the worst summer ever. Was that the summer of 2020?
Yeah, something like that.
Oh my God, dude! The BLM riots here were crazy. They robbed the Walgreens by me, and for 3 days they kept robbing it. And so one day I go out there with my camera and I'm just standing there in the sunset, and so this white guy comes up to me. He goes, "Who are you?" I go, "Oh, I live down the street. I'm just concerned about this Walgreens because it keeps getting looted." And as you can see, the windows are blown out, and Schwarzes keep jumping in and out and accessing the pharmacy. And he goes, "Oh well," he goes, "I'm the alderman." I go, "You're the alderman?" I go, "Where the fuck are the cops?" And he goes, "Oh, we got a lot of problems right now." So this dumb alderman, who's still our alderman, takes a garbage can and puts it next to the window with the hole. And so later that
an alderman?
it's like an elected official on the council, the city council.
Oh, okay.
So then a few minutes later he leaves, and then I see a Schwarzer run up, uses the garbage can as a way to get up into the window. I was like, oh, he gave him a fucking ladder, this fucking idiot.
Fucking Chicago.
He is a really like strange
I don't know how you
alderman.
can spend another fucking day in that city. Fuck. I get it if you lived in like. The way I just tell people all the time when they want to move to these fucking cities, I'm like, how much money do you have? oh, I work at Burger King. Well, don't move to those fucking cities. And they're like, what do you mean? I heard Chicago or New York or LA is really nice. And I'm like, yeah, if you have a lot of money. Like, the only reason it was fucking fun in Atlanta is because my parents had a lot of money.
Mhm.
Like, it was really fucking nice. We were able to go and do lots of cool stuff, and we were able to live in a really fucking nice neighborhood where there was no fucking crime. But if you're gonna move to New York and you work at, like, the fucking gas station, good luck.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
Yeah,
I
if
see
you
shit
live
all the
fucking
time where I'm
$10
just
million
like,
house in LA, then yeah, you're living good.
I see shit all the time where I'm just like, thank God that's not me.
Yeah.
Thank God that's not me. Better you than me. Better you than me.
And even here in Lubbock and shit, like, if you live, like, if you're inside the loop, there's constantly fucking shit. Like, there are all kinds of fucking crime and shit like that. You live in a fucking affluent neighborhood like I live in West Texas and shit, my town. There's no fucking crime. Like, the cops have been to our fucking street probably twice in, like, 10 years. And that was, like, some dumbasses that lived, like, a couple houses down that were having, like, domestic shit. And they ended up moving out, and now the cops never come down our street.
Well, you know that movie Taxi Driver with De Niro?
Yeah.
It's kind of funny because, like, you know, he was trying to help the young prostitute. She didn't even want his help. And then when he finally goes into the whorehouse and he murders everybody, he's considered a hero by the press. The press spin it and makes him into a hero. And then the last scene, he sees the blonde again, who he never got to pluck, and she's like impressed with his press release of like murdering all the people in the horror hotel. Travis Bickle. Anyways, Bima is fully retarded. Like, I can't believe. I don't know why they mod her. Like, she is actually a socialist communist. She's not a patriotic American.
Why does Bieber mod her?
Yeah.
Because Bieber wants to fuck her.
Exactly.
That's the only reason she's mod her here. One of the biggest things that perturbs the shit out of me and really frustrates me is all these cuckold fucking simp guys. They're like, you can't say a bad word to a woman. It's like, she just said that she hopes my whole family dies in a horrific car accident. And they're like, yeah, but we gotta protect women. You gotta be nice to the women's. And I'm like, what? No. I'm like, she's a bitch. I'm sorry, I wasn't raised by a single mom that I had to fucking protect. Like, my dad was there. He would knock your fucking teeth out if you fucking said shit about my mom. You know? I can be respectful, but fuck, I'm not gonna, like, suck this girl's fucking clit. I'm not married to her. She's not my fucking mom. She's not my wife.
She's pathetic. This app is pathetic. Have you? You know, I'm reading Ayn Rand, and it talks a lot about moral. Well, have you ever read it? The Virtue of Selfishness. Well, Bima likes to claim that Ayn Rand was her favorite author, and it shaped who she was. And I'm like, bitch, if you ever actually read this, it goes against everything you say all the time. So you clearly didn't comprehend what the fuck you read. And you know, that's the criticism of this app is if you mention like an author or something, oh, I've read those books, that's what it's like, it doesn't do any justice. It's like, well, let me hear you read one fucking page, you fat pig. Let me hear you read one fucking page about something other than running your fat fucking mouth all fucking night long drinking Kool-Aid.
I told her tonight that we kicked in the audience. I said, you fucking 89 fucking IQ having to fucking mud shark having to fucking black guys with their 85 IQ so y'all can have fucking similar conversations. So you're same peer level, you fucking nigger loving orange. Next thing I was in the audience.
Have you ever heard her talk about her boyfriend? She's like, I don't actually see him.
Oh my god, he's such a piece of shit, bro.
She's like, I don't actually see him that often.
Family somewhere.
Yeah, she's so
He's a
lame.
Trevor. He leaves for like multiple months on end, and then he says he's not able to come back and visit her and shit. She's like, I'm just waiting for my
Totally in
mom,
denial.
and I can't wait till he comes back, and I miss him so much. But he told me he can't come and visit me, and he has to stay on the road for 3-4 months. And I'm like, yeah, because he's like fucking going to see his actual wife, you know, with his actual fucking kid somewhere.
And he's swiping right. He's swiping right in every major town. And you know, you're sitting at home on Clubhouse with your mom in the other room all night long.
That's honestly one of the biggest issues I would have if one of my kids, especially if my daughter wanted to date a black guy, was I know how the majority of African American men are.
Mhm.
They are fucking whores.
Yep.
I had a buddy, dude. We were having a house party. You get done with the house party, and my buddy Jay, he's a fucking white guy that's adopted by an Italian family, raised in the fucking hood. So he's like, he's a wigger, and but one of our black friends was there, and he's like, hey, man, I gotta go to my room, man. I gotta get my phone. I gotta call these bitches. And he's got a phone, and it's like a fucking old school, like, Nextel phone, like a Nokia. And I'm like, why do you have that old Nokia? And he's like, because it holds 10,000 numbers. He's like, I can put as many bitches as numbers I want in this. And he's just, like, calling every girl that he can, dude. And then he fucks one girl in the fucking garage, and he's out there fucking her. And then he's slipping that. He comes and opens up the front door. He brings one girl into his fucking bedroom. And he goes back into the garage. He gets that girl, and and I'm sleeping on the couch, so watching all this. And he goes and gets the girl out of the garage, takes her out, and then he goes and fucks the girl in the bedroom. And then he gets her out of there, and then he brings another girl back in, and then fucks her. And he fucked 3 different girls that night. And I'm like, this is what Beavis' boyfriend's doing. Like, this is the majority of black guys that I know. They're fucking animals when it comes to, like, and the hillbillies and the rednecks down in fucking Annabelle and Appalachia, they're all the same way. All the fucking white, racist fucking cracker honkies and shit, they're all just fucking everything that walks too. And that's where they got it from. They adopted all that culture. I used to not understand it. Then I read, Hillbillyology and Black Rednecks and White Liberals by Thomas Sowell, and I read it like fucking 7 times, and I was like, oh my god, this all makes sense. And I'm literally just looking at it, and I'm like, oh my god, he's so fucking right. Fucking Thomas Sowell.
From the very first day I took office, our administration has waged the most successful war on crime in American history. Last year,
Well, it's not like I really care about Bima. It's not like, if she stopped using the app,
the murder rate
I would never think of her again. I could care less.
Yeah, but she's the detriment of fucking society. She's a scourge to our fucking civilization.
No, she's not. She's just another fatty loser on a fucking cell phone, sitting in her shitty little room all night
But just
long.
look how authoritarian she is. Yet she's a fucking. I'm not a socialist. I'm a fucking anarcho-capitalist. And I'm like, no, you're an authoritarian.
Yeah, she
You said
is.
it yourself.
She
And if
is.
you lived in
She's a
Lebanon,
Karen authoritarian.
if you lived in Lebanon, you said yourself
Yep.
you would fight for Hezbollah because the Israelis would have fucking bombed you. I'm like, how about not be a fucking murderous terrorist fucking regime, and then Israel won't fucking bomb you? Like, don't associate yourself with those people. I'm sorry.
I think being
It's fine.
obese, have you ever seen like an obese person get angry? Like uncontrollable emotional disorder,
Yeah.
I mean, it just goes hand in hand with being a big fat dumb person,
Bro, if my brother woke up tomorrow and he went out and fucking murdered a cop and robbed a bank and drove down the road and started shooting people with his fucking AR out the window, I would expect the police to go and fucking kill him.
Yeah.
And the same thing, if I lived in Lebanon and I seen a bunch of murderous Lebanese wanting to kill a bunch of Jews and shit, I'd be like, yeah, they should kill all those people, and I'm gonna get out of here.
Well, that's pretty much again why I could give 2 shits. And Bima is like a lot of people. They're unredeemable. They can never be changed. They will always be left woke, mind virused, low IQ, but yet claim intellectual intelligence and knowledge and I've read all those books. I know all that information. But yet when you listen to what they're saying, see, Bima likes to play the role of a fake lawyer. A lot of people like to get their dopamine that way. They sit there and they read.
That's because Abby kicks her ass all the time and she hates it.
And Abby is also pathetic. Some supposed successful casino lawyer coming on a stupid conference call app every night, acting like she's the chief clown house litigator, using a couple technical terms here and there, then getting yelled at by Florida Man, and she yelled. It's just like everybody here. Like this is what Ayn Rand is talking about. Like, you should make moral pronouncements on the way that people spend their time. The way that people spend their time here is so stupid. When you really listen to what people are saying and you think about, oh my God, I'm sitting here listening to this, it's so stupid. It's such an uninventive, non-creative way of spending your time.
John, is it ironic that you're saying this while you're on Clubhouse all the time?
No, because I'm making them. No, because I'm in the top 1%. I read a book today, probably unlike you.
You're making a moral judgment?
Yeah, I'm making a moral pronouncement on you, on Pepe, on Bima. That's right. That's what the book told me I could do. That it's within my right.
I'm trying to think. I didn't read a book today, but I did listen to an audiobook today.
There's nothing like reading. I mean, I recorded myself reading
I
it.
really enjoy audiobooks just because I can sit and do other things simultaneously.
Well,
I could sit and put headphones in and just listen to audiobook for like 8 hours.
this book is not long. It's literally 150 pages. I'm on page 85, and it's not like it's interesting because it's not like a theology book. I read a lot of philosophy books, but this book is about the expansion of morals and ethics and virtues, and then in the political arena, and you look at the debate, you can question all the content that everybody creates and drafts all the time. It's all bullshit. It's all a fucking scam. All of our politicians, none of them are leaders, none of them are business operators. They're all parasites, and they're all liars. It's unbelievable.
I would say half my books are either space operas or like sci-fi shit, and the other half are educational stuff. You can get the entire Mark Twain collection on Audible. It only costs you 1 credit, and right now you can get Audible for $6.99 a month.
Yeah,
Gives you
but
1 credit. And
it's
you can get, I think it's like 130 hours long of all the Mark Twain books ever.
I wonder if there's a way to like take a photograph of a page and then just do like photo to audio, you know.
Yeah, there's an app for that. So what you do is you take a picture of the front cover of the book,
Uh-huh.
and then you place the phone on the book, and then it starts reading the entire book to you. Because all the books are held in a library.
Yeah.
You know. But it's a subscription based, I'm guessing, app. But yeah, you can do the same thing with the Ayn Rand thing. You just take a picture of the cover of the book, set the phone down, and hit play, and it'll start reading. It'll find the book from the photo, and it'll reverse whatever you call it, Google image search, and then find the book, and then it'll start reading it. It'll narrate it, but you can actually narrate it. You can have it narrated in different voices, like Eminem or Snoop Dogg or President Trump, all kinds of stuff. I just usually use Audible. There are a bunch of the Bill O'Reilly books and stuff about World War II and Vietnam, all kinds of stuff. Lincoln, JFK. Wait, have you read Dr. Thomas Sowell's work or not? Like,
No.
Black Rednecks and White Liberals?
No, I just seen a lot of his YouTube videos.
Oh my god. Okay, so if you want to cheat on it, go on to YouTube and type in Thomas Sowell, Black Rednecks and White Liberals. It actually comes up with a video up near the top, and it'll say it's like 15 hours long, or 13 hours long, something. And it has the picture in the center of the cover of the book. And then if you hit play on that, it's actually from Audible. Somebody uploaded like the 13 or 15 hour audio book from Audible on there. So that way you can listen to the entire thing and not have to pay for it. It's phenomenal, dude. He talks about the Tuggsville, all that kind of shit. It's fucking crazy. You ever heard the expression, it's all my bacon?
No.
So there's an old saying, or an old expression, it took all my bacon, or I'm bringing the bacon home, or whatever. That expression comes from people on the Mississippi who used to get in these, what do you call them, broiler boats. They would be in these steamboats, and fucking people would race the fucking steamboats down the Mississippi. And there's a story of this woman. She took, they kept feeding the broiler and filling it, and they ended up, were about to lose the race, and then she took like her $500 worth of fucking bacon, and she told the broiler man to throw the bacon in there. And he takes the bacon and throws it in, and it pushes the fucking boat past it. They win the race, but at the very end, the entire fucking boat explodes, and it blows people's arms and hands and feet off and shit. People died, and she said, I won, but it took all my bacon. He was an old white lady. Yeah, the book actually starts out. It says in 1917 in Indianapolis. In 1917 in Indianapolis, there's a letter posted on a door for apartment for rent. It says, these people are uncouth, good for nothing, lazy, loud, rambunctious, don't pay their bills, and it's got this entire fucking rant. And at the very bottom, it says, no white Southerners allowed. And the correlation he's trying to make, or the correlation he's trying to show, is that white Southerners were treated the same as black Southerners in that era, when the migration of people from the South came in for the industrialization. Like, nobody wanted the fucking hillbillies up there.
I saw videos of black families that moved into apartment buildings in Chicago from the South, and after they got into their units, they were like, this sucks. I kind of like my house in Mississippi better than this shitty apartment, and the landlord just raised the motherfucking rent on us. What the fuck?
Well, I'll tell you the biggest issue that we have in cities and shit, and you probably see it even more in fucking Chicago, is what you were getting at, is that people in the fucking worst neighborhoods will go out, get an education, get a fucking decent paying job, and then they move into the fucking nicer neighborhood, into the suburbs. And guess what they do? Do they show up and fucking not get in trouble and fucking stay out of fucking trouble and not fucking shoot up the place and steal shit? Nope. They show up in there, fucking do the same fucking shit that they were doing in the fucking shitty breakdown. So you'll normally drive through it and be like, really nice neighborhood, and then there's just a fucking rundown, raggedy shit fucking house. It's like, $300,000, which is a lot in fucking West Texas. And you'll find this house and it's just got dilapidated, beat up fucking cars in the grass knee high. And then you just sit there long enough and you'll see the black people come out, and they're all like ghetto black people, and you're like, okay, that makes sense. Never mind.
Okay, I asked, what are the top 10 extracts from Thomas Sowell's work and research? It says number 1 is no solutions, only trade-offs. 2, scarcity rules economics. 3, knowledge reveals your ignorance. 4, truth helps people, flattery doesn't. 5, who decides is greater than what is best. 6, procedure is greater than outcomes for bureaucrats. 7, progress often ditches what works. 8, unaccountable power is reckless. 9, preferences turn equality into discrimination. 10, intellectual excuse socialism's flops. Oh, intellectuals excuse socialism's flops.
So see, he has a bunch of different types of like subjects that he does. He does he's a world-renowned economist and a historian, and so he has the economic, can't get the fucking word out. Economist type of books that he writes, economic books that he writes, and then he also has like the historical and then the cultural. So specifically asked about like what's the best takeaway from like black rednecks and white liberals.
Mm-hmm.
That book is one of my. I've read a lot of his books and stuff. I've got like 10 or 15 that I've read, but black rednecks and white liberals I've read like fucking a boatload of times. Well, like I say, I haven't read it physically because I can't. I don't have the time to sit down and just fucking sit, smoke a ball, and be like, I'm just gonna read this book for the next 3 hours.
I know,
The world is burning, bro. I got a fucking wife. I got a wife and 3 kids.
Yeah, no, you know why you can't do it is because literally
Yeah, it's
every
Clubhouse.
every word takes 1
Alright,
second.
now that's all the ads out there. Your father's not bad.
What'd you say, John?
I said the time, you know, because I record myself reading, so you can actually break it down to like how many words per minute, etc. And then, you know, so it does take a long time to actually get through material, but the value.
But on speed, I understand speed, I read over, but did you comprehend the book? Did you chew it and then digest it?
Well, that's one of my points is that a lot of people, some people will claim they're reading, but the comprehension just isn't there, and it doesn't reflect in their conversations here.
Let's talk about Bima.
Bima, if you're not working every day to stop structural white racism,
she's
you're part of the problem.
But
This conversation right now is stopping white structural racism.
who's this? Of the book.
Bima,
Be masterful.
be master of your emotions.
Fat white girl that fucks black guys.
Oh, that white girl that fucked
That's a
black
type.
guys? I'm dead,
Yeah,
bro.
fat white Italian girl.
I'm dead,
Fucks
bro.
black guys.
That's a very specific type.
Mud shark, yeah.
It's mud sharks, yeah. I was gonna say
Yeah,
mud
coal
sharks.
burners, mud sharks.
Mud sharking.
The one I always heard when I was growing up was mud shark's a white chick who fucks black guys, and it's kind of like ghetto.
Mud
And-
shark. What's the
She's
unpack
pretty
that
ghetto.
for me?
Like
I mean, like
I guess
she's
it's
a
a shark.
great
It's another
white
shark
that's
that
in the
lives-
mud.
a shark that lives in the mud, yeah, around the mud areas.
But like, why is she the shark? Is she like eating up all of the black men she dates?
I guess, but I think
the
it's
shark. She's the white shark.
Right, but then
Sharks
the mud
are
is like
completely
the
white.
black environment. You're saying?
The black people. Yeah, the black
That's just
people.
like a weird one. Like I've heard Oreo. I think
no,
Oreo
they
is,
do
like,
that
great.
for a reason. So they
No,
kind of
Oreo is a
Oreo Twinkie.
No, they do that.
Good. White on the inside, yellow or
They,
black on
they,
the
do,
outside. That
they do
works.
that to kind of evade from, I guess, or the guardrails of prejudice or racism, I guess, on the internet. So they kind of make this other term.
Just mud shark. That's like weak, right?
No, but that's another terms like how they do juice box, like juice for Jews, right?
Juice
Another.
box. Oh, that's just because Jew
Michael-
sounds like Jews. Like
Michael,
you can't.
how about coal burner? Coal burner.
Yeah, coal burner,
And,
yeah.
Coal burner is what? Someone who kills people by setting them on fire?
You burn, what is it? You burn the coal,
No,
pit
coal
coal.
burner. No, coal burner is coal burner is a white chick who fucks black guys also.
Yeah,
Why is that a coal burner?
it's a coal burner. That's how it is. Look it up on the, like, go on X and just type in coal burner, and then type in mud shark. You'll see.
Yeah, I just
also
never heard
type
these
in-
terms. I think these are
type
like
in
lame ass
smoke-
terms.
Smoke jumper. Smoke jumper is another
Smoke
one.
jumper, like you're jumping smoke.
Yeah, you're jumping onto the
These
smoke.
are
Yeah.
terrible like terms. There's a reason these haven't caught on.
Can we just say nigger lover?
Oh my god, no.
I mean that at least has a historic pedigree to it, right?
Nigger lover?
That one has been used longer than the term mud shark.
Don't use that term right now, please.
Booga
I'm
booga.
not.
No.
Okay, the term coal burner is a derogatory and offensive slang term used to describe a non-black person, most
How old is
commonly
it?
a woman, who is romantic or sexual relations.
Oh, I
with black
understand.
people.
Okay,
The
so
phrase is rooted in racism and colorism, acting as a label of.
okay, but I get it. You're saying like any like coal worker we know is always covered in coal.
Yeah.
You're just saying like if there's a person that's like non-black hanging out with black, they're gonna be kind of black. That's what you're saying.
If you roll around in the bed with
Is
them,
it true that the Jews invented isms?
Sure, why
Yeah,
not?
probably.
We're definitely the best of the tism.
Oh, that's for sure.
We actually do have the highest rates of autism of any group on Earth. The second is actually
it's a byproduct of being smarter than everybody else.
The second one is the Bedouins.
That's cool. Bedouins are hardcore. I love those guys. I'd hang out with them all day.
You know what the median IQ of Saudi Arabia is? 81.
Yeah, I know. We were discussing this. It was sad. They're bringing down the global average intelligence.
Oh yeah, you were here. I remember now. You jogged down the ring.
I did. I'm still, settling the kids post Hawaii.
Oh yeah, you went to Hawaii. That's right. How was it? Was it fun? Nice.
Yes,
Pretty?
I just got back. Yesterday morning, I think, technically.
2 weeks there or no?
1 week.
Where'd you go? The Hawaii Big Island or Oahu?
Wait, what kind of white or black is sangre?
He's Mexican.
He's Mexican.
Yeah, I'm a first generation, so I dropped out of college. I'm a little retarded.
Booga booga.
But I majored in the School of Hard Knocks and in the trades.
He's
So
being a
holla
black
at me.
puppy.
Holla at me, bro.
Sangre.
What's good?
Low IQ?
Low IQ, but high EQ.
Not for you. Low IQ and low EQ. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about.
He means me.
No. Other people.
Yeah, I have a 141, so it doesn't apply.
Yeah, I know. But I don't know.
I've never mentioned any.
You know, it does go down over time as the dementia and Alzheimer's sets in. You're gonna start slipping. What are you gonna do? Read a book?
John, did you ever, did you know that I might have a rare genetic mutation?
Mm-hmm.
What's it called, though?
DEC2 gene.
Yeah, there you go.
What is that? Like, I like to make death threats on John Kitover's YouTube live and get his accounts deleted. Is that the retardation gene you're talking about?
Was it Sangre?
What? Oh, no. Sorry, John.
Oh, no, John's talking about me and...
Oh.
Babel. Car.
Gotta turn the volume down. Let the evil pass.
It's kind of like when BB's like, bro, I made you a mod. I can't believe you boomed the room. Bro, I told you that I made a Buttercup account. I can't believe you told everybody. I'm like, bro, I told you in the back channel. Don't fucking trust me. Do not fucking tell me shit you don't want me to repeat, because I'm going to repeat it. I'll do it solely just for the fucking troll. Like this, pal. John, you there?
Thomas has ODD.
Yeah, I'm here.
You're there, John?
Thomas, you have ODD.
John, check your profile. Or check the screen, John.
What is that? Oppositional defiance disorder?
He left Instagram and now it's has been streaming on TikTok.
Highest
John,
average
you're a
IQ
moderator.
is.
You can move everybody in the audience right now, John. Play your Zen fucking bullshit for the next 3 hours.
This is my house, actually.
The Church of Buttercup, yeah.
What are you clipping?
It's keychain.
Oh, I'm thinking about moving to Boca.
Really? I told you where to move, John. You don't listen.
I was looking at used cars in Boca because my favorite car is the Mercedes CLK 320 or 430 convertible, like the old one.
Why?
I don't know. I used to own it. I used to own one, so I'm just like.
Oh, is it like a car? Like a favorite car?
I used to work for a guy who had one, and I used to drive it around the city in the summertime, and
Right.
so it's very nostalgic.
No, I hear you.
Don't move here, please. Please don't move here.
John, where do we talk about you need to move?
I don't know. Where did you say?
Come on, John.
I don't know.
Only state that you need to move to.
I don't know.
Same place I'm trying to get Rafi to move to.
I thought you left Florida, Mike.
No. I love
You're still there?
Yeah.
Dude.
What's wrong with Florida,
Get out
man?
of that pit.
What? Why is Florida a pit?
Yeah, go to
What?
Texas.
Florida's great. What are you talking
Find some
about?
of those big women.
Oh, yeah.
Big Texas state.
You can fulfill your Dominican ancestry.
I don't know how you got hung up on the idea that I'm Dominican, but it's funny. Whatever.
Some kind of Latin.
Yeah, no, he's got something Latin.
Yeah, some ching chong shit. So.
Ching chong, really? That's your sense of Latin? Come on, you're talking about your mother
What are
here.
you talking about? He's a diaspora.
Where's your mother
Yes.
Yeah, yes. Cuban. No, that's Rican. No, getting there. I don't know.
Okay, so you're gonna say not Cuban, not Puerto Rican, and he's crazy for thinking Dominican.
Oh yeah, I'm not island. He's thinking island. I'm not. Are you Mexican?
Okay, so you're saying you've got like some Mexican pride against the fucking island scum.
Yeah.
I agree.
I'm not
No, by
Mexican.
the way, 100% island dwellers are weird. Like, don't trust them. They're weird.
Yeah, I mean, you guys got plenty of them in the city.
Look, hey, Bao, I have to confess to you.
Yeah.
I'm a white Mexican Hispanic extreme nationalist. Like,
Buddy, you got some mestizo in your blood, man. I seen your fucking
I
photos.
believe.
You got mestizo in you, man.
Oh, and what? You're like a pure-blooded Native American?
Listen to me.
Well, he's like fucking shit.
Fucking Bobby now.
The Sangre is like fucking
We should have took over the world.
Che Guevara.
The Sangre.
Whoa, slow down. What pissant thinks he and his people should have taken over the world?
Bro, after Pearl Harbor, why did we give anybody else a chance? We dropped an atomic bomb. We knew what we could do. Why the fuck didn't we keep going? We should have took over France.
Sangre definitely has it.
Should have took over.
Sangre has.
I mean, Argentina, in
You're-
Canada.
Okay, slow
We have
down.
this mess.
Slow down, buddy. You're a little dumb. We did. America did conquer the world. They own the ocean. They manage the air. And they allow what occurs on the planet.
Yeah. You're sure about that?
You're just like dumb.
Yeah, you take that. You like that from the
Sangre.
fucking.
Don't take it to heart. This makes a. This is.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
take
no,
that from
listen,
the
listen.
APEC one.
I'm like a minor shareholder in the American apparatus that conquered the world, but like we all can be honest
Israel
here.
too.
We're speaking
APEC.
English, and I detect American accents. We know that America controls the
The
world.
thing is, the beauty about McZed is the fact that he's able to cut through all the bullshit and he romanticizes the real facts, and it's really good how he actually
Alright,
disseminates it.
Hold on. Mike,
My
do we have that?
description is romantic.
Seen his way to the most successful war and crime in American history. Last year, the murder rate saw the single largest decline ever, falling to the lowest level in 125 years.
United States or Israel?
We've reduced the fentanyl coming across our border by 60% from Washington to Memphis to New Orleans to our southern border. We are restoring law and order to America.
In America.
Now we're taking our next big step to defend public safety in America. At my direction, the Department of Justice is beginning what we're calling the Model Cities Initiative to slash violent crime in major metropolitan areas all across our country. In selected cities, the Department of Justice will provide $300 million in grants to hire police officers, modernize equipment, provide training, and improve law enforcement. This historic funding will go to confronting substance abuse, preventing youth crime, and combating repeat offenders. In short, we're committed to making historic investments in improving the quality of life of city residents nationwide. For the next 90 days, any city or local government representing a population of more than 100,000 people can apply to take part in this exciting new program. It's amazing. Tell your local representatives to apply now by going to www.justice.gov/grants. With your help, we will put more police on our streets, and we will put dangerous criminals behind bars where they belong, and we want to keep them there. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a good time. You're amazing people.
The idea of America First is a disgrace to the Federation of States. Every single citizen should be in favor of their state first. America second.
Good for you, sir. I'm gonna lobby for you. How much money do you need? Are you for sale?
He works for APEC.
Yes, I'm a Jewish attorney from New York.
Who works for APEC?
In what capitalist world am I not offering my services for sale?
Well, I'm Mexican. The Jew, what happens when the white guy and the
The Mexicans also offer their services for sale. And by the way, Mexicans do great work. Have you seen Mexico?
APEC loves you.
Yes.
Mexico's amazing.
States coming up. Yeah, to grow on.
You know, they've got like cultural weak points, but everyone has cultural weak points. The Germans have cultural weak points, the British have cultural weak points, the French are fucking assholes. The Mexicans have some drawbacks, but they are good.
Awesome.
Mexicans do good fucking work.
There you go. And lawn care.
Terrifying. Okay, look, hey, America as a garden of Eden of Earth that God gave us was maintained better than Europe. Europe is covered in stone and roads and aqueducts and rats.
Really? By Mexicans.
Fucking Europe. So don't criticize the Mexican gardeners. Yes, they garden better than you fucking European.
Yeah, I agree. That's why.
It's the patience. It's the patience.
And they're better at the job. What do we want?
Yep. It's yeah.
They're better at
And you should see their architecture. Their architecture's way better.
Mexicans love lawyers too. We like to.
Well, the Mexicans need to interact with the law a lot. The Mexican indigenous Spanish history is reckoning with the English law that America laid down.
Shout out to the Mexican Bar Association.
Hell yeah. The Desperados, I think of them as. I don't think I have any Mexican attorneys on our team. We should get some.
You can convert to Mexican. Mexico was an empire. You can convert to Mexicanism.
No, if you research Mexican history, they're the Mexican states of America. They have multiple states as well. They actually modeled their system after the American Federation of States. With I saw this in their like little Mexican history performance. Some people from New York called Yorkers. So they asked some Yorkers, hey, how did you form a federation of states? And then with the train up and down, they united the different regions into the Federated States of Mexico.
It was a French.
Mexican is not an ethnicity or a race. It is a federal union like the Americans.
I think I read they like to celebrate their Independence Day, but the French came back and conquered them, like destroyed their independence. I think it was like Napoleon's brother or his son or something. I can't remember the story.
Well, every country has to deal with wars. They're a young country. Young countries get their ass kicked. It's a hazing. What can you do?
There's no more Mexicans. Gay Mexicans and Mexican women left. That's about it.
So what do you think's gonna happen with Iran? Like, are they just gonna simmer and then we're gonna attack them again in a couple of years and just like keep doing this prairie cleansing where we light it on fire so new grass can grow every couple of years? Hello?
I don't know. I'm confused with this whole. I'm not even. I've completely checked out. I'm not even paying attention to most of it. Me too.
You're like, whatever, it doesn't matter. Donald Trump came on television at 2 a.m. and said we're all going to war with Iran. We killed 100,000 of them, and now we're giving them $300 billion to rebuild the country.
Yeah,
Hello.
God, so we're officially at war, kind of, sort of. Even though we've been at war. But
Oh yeah, I mean it's just normal business, everyday business. We just drop a bomb on the head of the Ayatollah.
John, do we have any boots on the ground or no?
Dude, got advisors and CIA operators over there. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I mean, aside from intelligence, I mean, like, actual infantry, are we, like, boots on the ground, or are we just still air and water?
If it wouldn't surprise me if Donald Trump surprises the world and fucking invades the country.
You know what's the war we don't hear about that I'm interested in? Satellite warfare.
It's a big thing. It's been a big thing for a long time. I had a sponsor family in college. He was the president of Eastman Kodak. They were extremely wealthy, Jesuits. And I said, what was the biggest product line when you were at the head of Eastman Kodak in Rochester? And he said, the spy satellites. I was like, oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, SATCOM, satellites, spy satellites, communications, all this shit. Because if you can knock out communication, I mean, I don't know, are we really headed towards World War III? Like,
they say your Wi-Fi router is actually capable of deciphering and detecting who you are without even like using a device. Like your Wi-Fi, just your basic home Wi-Fi router.
Based on frequency and So you're telling me, it sounds like to me like alien technology, bro. Like,
No, it's actually
Yeah.
pretty easy technology. You just use a certain frequency to determine. I mean, like the Wi-Fi can essentially like figure out like who's in the room.
Alien technology is not complicated. They just
What are you
generally
working
use
on now, Mike?
bolt cutters.
I had got a job working
Doing
at the
what?
airport. I was in IT, working for security.
That's pretty cool. Where?
Fort Lauderdale, and then until Spirit Airlines got fired or got let go.
Oh shit, you were working with Spirit? Did you get like tanked in one day?
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's so cool.
oh man, my bad, bro.
Yeah, I lost it.
What happened? Like at some point your supervisor just sent out a mass email, we're all done.
Well, I got let go like just before all this happened.
Okay, right.
And then like I didn't like I was like what like
How long before?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Right.
Yeah. And then I was working there for like almost 3 months, and then that was it. Like boom.
3 months and then down to 2 weeks dead.
Dead, just like that.
Amazing. A Florida story.
Dude, I've been so sick of it. I've been sick as a shit, and that's another reason why I want to get out of here.
Okay, so what are you doing something now, or you're just like
Just freelancing.
Spirit?
Just freelancing and just.
I hear you.
I hate it.
I might have a project for you. Reach out to me. Send me an email. I got it.
Yeah, I do.
There you go, my boy.
Okay, good. I got a project, and I think you'd be good for it.
Okay, right on.
Yeah.
Thank you, Vincent.
No. Thank you for being part of Spirit. Did you ever fly Spirit?
No, I worked for the airport. Like I was a contractor for the airport, and and then like just that whole division that was like on the one side, on the one end of it, like because I mean they would take over the whole airport, but my department was like in that terminal, and they just let go a few of us, and we're just like scratching our heads like what the fuck, like what the hell, and boom. And then we just figured it out like after 2 weeks. And I was like, oh, well, they laid off like the entire terminal. Gone. Just like that. And that including, Spirit, because they went bankrupt. There's nothing to service within those 3 terminals, so. Yeah, I worked right above Spirit, actually.
I have a tenant who worked for Spirit, but she got picked up by Southwest, and she's still late on her rent.
How much were you making, if you don't mind me asking? Like, or was it commission, or kind of hourly commission salary?
I mean, here in Florida, for Florida, this is actually a good salary. I was making $80,000 a year, so.
That's not bad.
For Florida, it's not bad. And given
In Chicago, that's nothing over here.
No, it's nothing of it. I mean, we got no state tax and no state income tax and all that.
We're getting raped here in Illinois with taxes.
Yeah, but I also was getting benefits too, which is fucking amazing.
$85K a year is $1,000 a week after taxes.
About 50. I was getting about
$200 a day.
$5,500.
You gotta
I'm
get
a
up.
truck driver, and we're halfway through the year. Right now, before taxes, I'm at 47,000. But I've been taxed already 16,000 out of that. So yeah.
Wait, you got taxed 16,000 out of 46 that you made for the year,
Yeah.
and your taxi, you're saying?
Nah, when I did W2, I used to do 1099. I didn't pay much in taxes.
But now you're doing W2.
Yeah.